Hello, 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 and welcome back to the What We Said podcast. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope the Christmas spirit is just pumping through your veins. And I know it's pumping through mine. And
happy holidays, everyone.
This is going to be a very holiday-esque
festive episode.
Yeah, we're talking about holiday traditions today. I love doing this. It always gives me such good ideas and makes me feel just connected to y'all.
I did steal one of the holiday traditions from maybe a year or two ago.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Which ones?
The one where they go to a bookstore and pick out books for each other.
Mm-hmm.
My family, as in like my parents, my brothers, me and Leif, we have adopted that as our new tradition that we do during the holidays. I think it's such a good idea. So basically, it's just you go to a bookstore, whether it's like a local, smaller bookshop or Barnes & Noble, wherever you live. It depends on where you want to go. And you draw names and you keep it a secret. And then you go throughout the bookstore and you find a book that you think that person would like.
That's so
and
cute.
Then that's what we give each other for Christmas. I think that's such a great idea. I forget if it was 1 year or 2 years ago that we read that one. But I love it because I feel like a book is it's the gift that keeps giving. Like it's a really good gift. And it's fun to see what people will pick out, for different people.
That's cute.
And yeah, it's also affordable. Like I feel like sometimes picking out gifts for people or drawing names, it's like when you just have unlimited options of what to give that person, it's like really hard to sometimes think of something or narrow something down. So if you have just like this one day where it's like, we're going to do this around Christmas time and this is our gift to each other, I think it's just sweet and simple.
Yeah. Love that.
So yeah, I do too. I love getting ideas from these episodes. I was going to ask you if you have any holiday traditions that you're starting now with your family.
Yeah, this is the first year that feels like it counts. Like we have to start now. Wait, did you say like with my your little family or like my?
Yeah, no, your little family is what I was asking.
Yes and no. Like we'll see. I mean, we have like 1 or 2 years under our belt, so we'll see how long they stick. But we're trying this year to be like, okay, let's be intentional about these traditions. Like I really want to instill some that are fun. That's like that's part of what makes the holidays so cozy and nostalgic are those traditions that you do. And so you want to like make those for your kids to look forward to because that's some of the fun of like looking forward to. Like I love doing this every year. Mm-hmm. So one that Nick actually had the idea of that I think is really fun and cute. He was saying on Christmas Eve we should have like a little slideshow of the year go by. Cute. So that, and then it starts with like last Christmas. So like we'll show photos or videos like of last Christmas and then kind of like the year in review before the new year, so that it's cute. Like kind of wraps it up, which I thought was a really cute idea. And then one of my favorite family traditions growing up, I've talked about it before, is like going to the Christmas tree lot and like playing tag with my siblings in the Christmas tree lot and like getting in trouble every year. And this year we went and got a Christmas tree, and obviously Elwood can't walk, so it's not like he's playing tag with Case. But it just kind of naturally happened. Like Case loves tag, and Nick was like holding Elwood, and they were running around. Elwood was loving it. Case was loving it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it just like naturally happens. Like it's just fun to do. I'm trying to think of some other ones. I want to just try and let things happen and then adopt those as traditions.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, and see what, works for our family. And not be too like trying to make fetch happen,
100%.
Or it's like, oh, we do this every Sunday. I'm going to make it happen. Like we're going to make cinnamon rolls and do this.
Yeah.
Like last night Abby came over and we made some cinnamon rolls and we watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and I was like, oh, we can make this a tradition. I'm like, Chelsey, just relax. If it happens every year, it'll happen, but like we don't need to be like, on this date, we need to make cinnamon rolls and sit down and watch this.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that the things will stick that you want to. Because if you obviously want to bad enough where you're like, that was so fun, we have to do it again, you'll just make it a tradition. Kind of like the murder mystery party.
Yes, and Chester and Jasper.
Exactly. It's like, it stuck. It was natural.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it.
And you don't need
so
too many.
Let's just do
it's
it.
like, just keep a couple.
Yeah.
That was one of the things going into this episode I was going to say is like, you don't need to feel overwhelmed by doing a million. You don't have to have every tradition. Mm-hmm. 1 or 2 is just fine that
Totally.
are really meaningful
Solid.
and fun. One tradition that's not necessarily holidays, but Case, because he's my little Christmas baby, is he always has a Christmas birthday tree in his room. And we've gotten ornaments every year for his birthday tree that like symbolize that year. So the first year it was like a little dinosaur ornament because he was 1 and didn't really know anything but liked dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And then 2, he loved Curious George. So we had like a Curious George ornament. This year he wants a Lightning McQueen ornament. So then when he's like 18, he'll have 18 ornaments, you know, of each birthday. And my mom called me. She's like, do you care if I get him an ornament for his birthday? Like, I want to get him a birthday ornament. I'm like, I don't care. That's fun for him. You know? She's like, I didn't want to like step on your toes. Like, I know it's like your thing. I'm like, I don't need it to be like, mommy gets you a birthday. Like, it's just his thing. You know? So if other people get him a birthday ornament, that's so cute. Then he has a tree filled with birthday ornaments, you know, every year to make him feel extra special because no one's there on his birthday.
Yeah.
Anyways, and she's like, oh, okay. She's like, I just thought it'd be cute if I got him one every year. And I'm like, oh, we're making that every year. I thought you were just saying like this year you're gonna get an ornament. So now, okay, didn't know you were saying every year here. But no, I was just kidding.
The tree's gonna be packed with ornaments.
Yeah, it's gonna be packed. So
that is cute though. I mean, he deserves to feel extra special because it's a double whammy birthday. I always like that dawns on me every year. Well, for the past 3 years or a few years that he's been here, but just the fact that like
really crazy.
That is a double whammy for you. It really is. But it's fun.
It does. It makes I want him to feel like it's not a burden. And I think it's great that he's the oldest sibling because I feel like if he had older siblings and he was born on Christmas, I would be like, oh my gosh.
Trying extra hard or something.
Yeah. And also it disrupts their Christmas that they've already been having.
Right,
but
right.
Like Woods will always know that he will never not know that Christmas and
life without that.
Yeah, exactly. So it won't disrupt his life. That's just how he will know it. So I want Case to feel extra, you know, like it makes it extra fun for everyone. Yeah. Not that it makes it, oh man, we have to do his birthday too.
Right,
you know?
right. No, that is fun, but it is a double whammy for you. You got to think of double traditions. That is extra work, I will say.
Case is really like clocking birthdays and what that means, like in terms of presents. Nick took him out and he always says like good night to the moon. Like Nick will take him outside and they find the moon. He's like, okay, say good night, moon. And he's like, what did he say? That was so cute. He said something like, he always says beautiful, like I'm making something beautiful. He'll open all the drawers and be like, I made it beautiful, like making a mess. Yeah. You know? And he said something like, oh, the lights look beautiful, like the Christmas lights, like they look beautiful. Where are my Christmas presents? Or he goes like, where are my birthday presents? And Nick's like, oh, okay. Just like out of nowhere. We're not talking about them at all, but like knows that his birthday's coming up.
Yes.
And knows that he's getting stuff. And I'm like, we got to go get Woods a Christmas present. He's so excited. Like, what do you want to get him? He's like, I want to get him a car. And I want 2 presents. I'm like, okay. Love that for you.
We love our Capricorn king.
Yeah. He is a Capricorn too. Okay, one more little story. He literally had these 2 like to his babysitter. He was like had this they got like a croissant or like a little donut. Like he got a donut and she got a croissant. And she sent me this photo and it was like she's like, I tried to ask Case to trade me and this was our trade. He gives her 1 sprinkle and then she gave him like a big piece of the croissant. And that is literally like, he's like, you can have this, a literal crumb. And he's done that to me before too. Like, can I have a bite of your donut? He's like, yeah. He picks off, I think he's going to give me like a, pea size at least. No, it is an actual crumb. You can barely see it. He's like, here you go. Like, okay, negotiating king.
I love it. I feel like, not to place expectations on him, but I do feel as though some stuff he does, I'm like, that is so, that feels so Capricorn to me.
Yes,
like,
it is.
Just his personality. And to me already, like, Woods has a different personality than that.
100%.
So it's like, and he's a baby. Yeah. It's just so crazy how kids like have personalities.
Yes.
I just love it.
I know. It is crazy. I always think that. I'm like, he's such a Capricorn. Like he's so, again, he can be whatever he wants, but he's showing signs of being a cult leader. No, I'm just kidding. But like he's just very much, let's get everyone to do this. Very convincing, very like, okay, come on, guys. Very much leader-esque, very Capricorn. Love it.
I love it. I love the
my
energy.
Capricorns. And I feel like Woods is already giving me like Aries energy.
Really?
Where he's just like, he's starting to crawl and pull himself up on things, just flinging himself around. I'm like, you are crazy.
Really?
And I love that for my Fire King.
It's so fun.
Do you feel like you sense Cancer energy with Benny?
I do, actually.
I feel like she is very sweet.
She is very sweet. And I've said that since before I knew what her sign, I didn't know what her sign was going to be, but I always sensed that it would go in this direction.
Yeah.
Because she has always given me very, very sweet, soft energy.
Like tender vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she is that way already.
Yeah.
It's so fun to see more of her personality.
Yeah.
And she is so, I really don't know another word. I know all babies are sweet, but that is genuinely what has always come to mind.
She just has like the sweetest face. Like her my brain is not working. Facial movements, mannerisms. Yeah. Like the sweetest just faces that she makes.
Yeah. She's everything. It's so fun to see her like come into her personality a little bit more lately.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's just a smiley, sweet girl.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
That's so fun. I feel like once they start making sounds even, they're not even talking, but you just get a sense of what they mean.
Yeah.
Their vibes.
Totally.
Their aura.
Yep.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it is really, really fun. I'm also trying not to like put any pressure on myself to come up with any traditions because she's so little. And I'm like, I don't know what the traditions are yet.
Yeah.
I think they need to naturally find me.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like we, do something once or twice. And then by the time she's like 3 or 4, we're like, okay, that was fun last year. Let's start doing that. And I'm like, I think that's fine. Rather than being like, every year we're going to do this, this, and this. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I don't have anything like fully set for us yet that I'm like, oh, that'll be a tradition. But I'm sure something will strike me, and we'll go with that when it does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always love, it's fun that it's her first Christmas and it does feel a little more magical. And so it'll be sweet, but I don't have anything in mind.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. I'm so excited about this new sponsor, Aura Frames. Mom and Dad, if you're listening, please close your ears because I don't want to spoil a Christmas present, but I got my in-laws and my parents the Aura frame for Christmas because this is such a good idea. And we also don't live in the same state as my parents or Nick's parents, but we're always sending them photos of the boys, of us, because we want them to feel included. We want them to, see what's going on. And we also want to see, what's going on with our cousins who live in different states. And, sometimes the group chat just doesn't cut it. So the Aura frame is so amazing because you can upload your photos instantly from anywhere. Okay. So you can share photos or videos from any device and they will instantly appear on the frame wherever it is in the world. No memory card required. Also, it's really cute. And an added bonus is that these Aura frames come in a pre-packaged gift box. So you really just have to put a bow on it and it looks so cute. This is such a great gift for grandparents, for your grandparents or your in-laws or anyone who lives out of state that you want to keep in touch with and keep them updated on your life.
This is so nifty because the photos look like real prints. So Aura frames have meticulously calibrated high-resolution displays. So unless you look really closely or you see the photos transition, you would never know it's a screen. Also, the Aura displays photos in true color and automatically adjusts for the light level of the room. And at night, when you turn out the lights, the frame also turns off to save energy. So they've really covered all their bases here. This is such a cute gift. I feel like it's very meaningful and it's very useful for parents, grandparents, especially like Chelsey said, if you're trying to stay in touch and you live in different places, it's just so convenient that you can upload photos from anywhere. So save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code WhatWeSaid at checkout. That is AURA frames.com, promo code WhatWeSaid. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
The comments on a couple episodes ago, when I dropped the F-bomb, were killing me. They're so funny. Like, I guess I just don't even realize that we've never said that on the podcast. Like, I know we haven't, but anyways.
I knew. That's why I screamed.
I know, but I was just thinking like, oh, that's kind of crazy. We never have. Like, that was it just like made people's day. It was so funny. And one of the comments was, I was LOLing. It was like, love Chelsea's pro bullying, hustle culture, unhinged era. And I'd been thinking about this, maybe because newsflash, started my period. Thank you, everyone. I finally started my period, and
thank you for the update.
First period back postpartum. And maybe it was because I unknowingly was about to start my period, but I had this thought of like, I just want to what if I just entered my villain arc? Like, what if I just became just stepped into my villain energy and just completely went unhinged? Like, sometimes that just seems freeing, you know? But then I had this terrifying thought of, what if I, God forbid, what if I died? And then everyone just like, I die in my villain arc. Like, and they're like, she was in her villain mob wife arc. Like, but that's like how I leave.
Please define villain arc. What energy are you trying to bring to the villain arc?
Just like
not caring,
not mean, like chaotic, neutral, more so. Okay. What that like is.
Are we? I'm like feeling like I'm in a science class. Like, what? The protons are neutral. I do know what you mean.
Like,
actually.
There's like chaotic bad, chaotic good, not neutral, or chaotic neutral. There's like a couple that I can't remember. There's like 9 little squares. It's like,
okay, I've never seen that
in like cinema.
Okay,
it's like a character could be chaotic good, where they're crazy. Like Kronk is chaotic neutral from Emperor's New Groove, I would say.
Okay,
or maybe chaotic bad. But anyways. Let me look it up.
I would say that Kronk is chaotic good, not bad.
Oh, I forgot how it ends. Bad.
He has like good
energy.
How it
ends. We stopped the movie halfway, so I forgot what happens. Because at first he was trying to kill.
Yeah, but I think he's very like ditzy, and I don't think he's bad natured.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? A debate about the nature of Kronk.
Okay, here they are.
How did we get here?
Lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good. Lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral. Lawful evil, neutral evil, and chaotic evil. Okay, let me give you examples. Superman is lawful good.
Okay.
Star Trek's Captain Kirk, never seen it, is good neutral. Okay. Robin Hood is chaotic good. Javert from Les Miserables is lawful neutral. I don't know. Like, can we update these? These are from like the freaking Stone Age. Okay,
something about me
like
is
the Matrix.
I haven't seen movies, and you know that about me. So
okay,
a lot of these don't mean things to me.
Okay, chaotic neutral is like Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
Chaotic evil is the Joker. Like chaotic.
Okay, so you're trying to be chaotic neutral.
So I'm trying to be chaotic neutral. Yeah.
Okay. Who am I? I don't know what character arc I'm in.
Lawful neutral.
Okay. Lawful meaning
I don't really want to be in my villain arc though. Like as I was thinking, I'm like, that's so try hard. Like it's just not who I am. But I like had that thought of like all these eras we're in. Like I was just like, and then what if you just like disappear and that's how you left? Like, and she was in her girl boss hustle culture era.
I think that's a slay. What a way to be remembered. I'd rather that. Did you just call me neutral?
On my tombstone.
Did you just call me neutral, by the way?
We're both neutral.
Why am I not good?
Well, because like lawful good is like, because you're kind of chaotic. Like,
well, then why am I not chaotic?
Girl, I don't know. I figured this out 10 minutes ago.
Define me immediately. I
feel like I'm in English class. Like, I don't know what the green light means, okay?
I know. No, I get what you're saying.
Let me see. It's like Shrek is true neutral.
True. I forgot that was even an option. I'm gonna need you to put the phone down.
I need you to put your foot down.
I think we don't need to define ourselves. We can just be whatever we want.
And that was my point, is like, but I do not need to be trying. Like, I want to enter my villain era. Like, who am I? 12?
No, but maybe that's naturally
just me wanting to be more, unhinged and crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, my family would know me more as being the, I won't say like colorful language, always pushing it to where my mom was always like, Chelsey, like that was too far.
Okay, yeah.
And, maybe not everyone knows me as that. So maybe I'm just leaning into more of that, or
that energy. Which, if you feel the need,
who cares? Who cares?
But if you feel that that's drawing you,
I hate breaking the fourth wall. Like, I just am who I am. I hate being like, and what am I doing?
No, that's why I said you don't have to define it. But also, if you are feeling the urge to be more unhinged, then you should follow that.
Thank you.
There's a reason that you're feeling that way. I have times in my life where I feel like that, where I'm like, it's weird how you can go through phases of being very, I don't know if unhinged is the right word, but where I'm just
sassy.
Where I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't care.
I will say whatever I want. And like, not in a, like you said, not in a mean way, just in a like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to do my thing.
Yeah.
Then I have other seasons of my life, if you will, where I'm like, no, I just don't want to do that. I don't know. I'm a little more like pulled back or reserved. And not even online. I'm just saying in general. Like in my life, I'm just like, I'm chilling right now.
Yeah.
And then other times I'm feeling like whatever. Yeah. More crazy.
Yeah.
So I feel that. And you can be whoever you want to be.
Chaotic good. To round it out, I feel, as we're saying, I feel like we're chaotic good. Like, we don't really have our head on straight in terms of like, I don't know, like help people in a logical way. It's like we are chaotic good, I think.
Okay. I am going to agree with that. It sounds right.
That's the box I'm putting us in.
Love it.
That's what I align with. I really want to see that chart of all of those, like with the housewives and like Bravo people filled out. I've been really into the housewives. I've been watching all the catching up on Beverly Hills, Salt Lake City. I really want to get into Potomac. I've heard that's like the best one. I've only watched like 2 of them. And then I see and I kind of know about the other ones, but I haven't like fully immersed myself yet. Jersey I'm getting into a little bit, New York a little bit, but I need to get into all of them. Like, I need to fully dive in.
Be in the world.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, have never been watching less TV and media. I feel like I am not in the
stay up late, watch trash TV.
Not at all. Like,
that's good.
I am not in that era right now whatsoever. However, a piece of media, speaking of good and evil, Wicked. I saw Wicked. It was so incredible. Like, I cannot get over it. I actually kind of hate movies. Like, I don't like to sit through a movie unless that's not true. I need to stop putting myself in that box. I have this like thing where I just say I don't like movies, but it's not true. A good movie, like I actually can't stop thinking about really good movies. I think it's just more of, number one, I'm a sleeper during a movie. If it is nighttime and I'm comfortable, I'm falling asleep within 10 minutes. Yeah. So for that reason, Leif hates watching movies with me, and it's rare that I'll commit to that. Like, if it's nighttime, it's just not even worth it for me to be like, yeah, let's watch this movie. So I'm like, I will fall asleep. Even at Wicked, I was kind of falling asleep in the movie theater.
Really?
Which is crazy because it's not because it wasn't amazing. It was just because I was super tired because we'd been traveling and stuff.
And you have a baby.
Yeah, and I have a baby. But if I'm in a comfortable position and it's dark and like
lights out,
I'm lights out. Anyway, but it's weird because it's like I literally was looking up like what is the science behind this, because I'm like, I could be on my phone for 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's literally just the movie thing. It's like if blue light is not directly in my 5 inches from my eyes, like I'm asleep.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So anyway, that's besides the point. Wicked was amazing. Ariana, Cynthia, like their voices are just, the music was so incredible. And I just can't get over it. I really
can't. I need
can't.
to see it. Ugh, I want to see it so bad.
It's so good. Like, just, I don't know. The reason I said I don't even really like movies, it's 3 hours long. So I thought, I was like, oh, I really want to see it.
3 hours?
Yes.
That is pretty.
Am I willing to sit
hefty.
through this? And I'm not kidding. I'm like, I want to go again. Like, that's how good it was.
Wow.
And I'm not, that would be very rare for me to say, I think.
Wow.
Let me verify that it's 3 hours, but I do believe it is.
I want to see it.
You got to see it. You will be obsessed. Wicked movie length, 2 hours, 40 minutes.
Jeez.
So yeah, pretty much 3 hours. And you know that this is just part 1.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And all for part 1?
So part 2 comes out in a year. And apparently they've already filmed it. I heard that from not a reliable source. Okay. So I don't know if that's true actually, but I think it is. So anyway, yeah, just kind of obsessed. If you don't know, I feel like Wicked is a very fun, like Leif didn't know anything about Wicked at all. He's never seen it, never seen the play, he doesn't know anything about it. The way that it was like Christmas for me to like explain things to him, I'm like, now I kind of know how people feel when like they're really into a certain series, or because, you know, Wicked, it takes place in like a different world. It's like a different world kind of thing. And so if people are into like a fantasy series or Harry Potter or whatever it is, and then like if someone has never seen any of it, to be able to like really dive into the lore with someone new is so fun. Yeah. So we've been listening to the Wicked soundtrack. Yeah. Anyway, love it. Nice. Love it so much. You got to see it and give us your thoughts when you do.
Yeah, I will.
Should we get into holiday traditions?
Yeah, let's do it.
I cannot wait. These. I'm excited for new ideas to spark.
I just want to yap forever.
Do you have more you want to talk about before we get into it? Is that why you said that?
Yeah, but I'll save it. I'll save it for Friday's episode.
Okay, cool. Why don't you go first?
Actually, maybe not Friday. Next Tuesday. Next episode.
Did you guys know that women were excluded from clinical research policy by federal law until 1993? That is actually really crazy if you stop to think about it. Women belong in scientific research. They are essential, and Ritual knows this. They conducted a university-led human clinical trial for their Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamins to assess, you know, if it was actually efficient. And the results were that it increased vitamin D levels by 43% and omega-3 DHA levels by 41% in just 12 weeks. Very, very cool and impressive. We love Ritual. They have been one of our longest standing sponsors of the What We Said podcast, and they've been there for us in many life stages. If you are trying to, you know, get on your health and wellness grind for the new year, you want to start new habits, I feel like taking a multivitamin is a really good way to... It's an easy thing to add to your routine that can make a big difference. So their Essential for Women 18 Plus is a clinically backed multivitamin for women 18 plus with high quality and traceable key ingredients in clean bioavailable forms. There's 9 key nutrients in 2 delayed release capsules per day that optimize your body's absorption. It's gentle on an empty stomach, which is one of my favorite parts of the brand, and it has a minty essence. So it makes taking your multis actually enjoyable.
Ritual uses scientific tools to select lower carbon packaging, prioritize sustainably sourced ingredients, and set ambitious climate goals. We've been working with Ritual for so long, like Jaci said, and I really just trust them and their products. So no more shady business. Ritual's Essential for Women 18 Plus is a multivitamin you can actually trust. Get 25% off your first month at ritual.com/whatwesaid. Start Ritual or add Essential for Women 18 Plus to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/whatwesaid for 25% off.
This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace, and we are so glad it is. We love Squarespace here at the What We Said podcast and have used it for years and years and years. I have sold my OG photo presets on Squarespace. We have sold online courses together, Chelsey and I. Chelsey, you used it for your health coaching, right? To schedule clients. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. So if you are wanting to sell custom merch for any type of brand that you have, you can create a passive income stream in many ways on Squarespace. You can have an online store, whether you sell physical, digital, or service products. They have the tools that you need to start selling basically anything. And their website templates are so, so beautiful and user-friendly. You literally just have to insert your photos, change out the text, and you have a beautiful website where a lot of the heavy lifting is already done for you.
Squarespace makes it easy to take care of the front end of your website, but also the back end. So if you're wanting to look into your analytics, see where your sales are coming from, analyze which channels are the most effective. If you want to, like Jaci was saying, I did do my health clients and had their scheduling on Squarespace, and it made it so easy to set up appointments, accept appointments, set automatic reminders, and manage your schedule. So if you have a business, small or big, Squarespace is definitely the place to go to get your website set up. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to www.squarespace.com/whatwesaid to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/whatwesaid. Go check it out. Every year, my family has a caroling party where we come together and go carol in my great-grandparents' neighborhood with a huge group of usually almost 30 of our friends and family before we head back to someone's house, have a huge potluck, and then sit around and sing our own carols with songbooks my grandmother made while the kids of the family dance and play in the middle of the circle. It is truly the most special tradition, and I am so lucky to have such an amazing extended family. Love you, girls. I've been a listener since before day one. Oh,
That's really fun.
So fun. So cute. As we're reading these, now I have the perspective of somebody is organizing these and making these happen every year. And shout out to those people who are like making sure it gets done.
Yeah.
Because you don't just show up and like, hey,
songbooks are made.
Yes.
It's like food is made. Yeah.
There's a time, someone's making the texts, someone's calling everyone. So
yeah.
Shout out to the organizers.
Shout out. Do you know something, a fear that I've been having lately? Not a fear, but like a thought that I've really been sitting with is like, I only know what it's like to have a big family, like a big extended family. Yeah. My parents are both one of 6 kids. And then all of those, like all my aunts and uncles have a lot of kids as well. Like I have multiple aunts and uncles who have also 5 kids, 6 kids. So it makes for a very large extended family, you know, when everyone's multiplying like that. And I've just been thinking about how my memories growing up with my cousins and stuff, it's like so fun to have so many people. And then I realized that like, I'm not going to have, I can safely promise you, I will not be having 6 kids. Like I know that for a fact. And
careful.
I'm like,
use quintuplets.
No, literally. I just have been really thinking about the fact that like my extended family and like my family that I create is just inevitably going to be so much smaller. Yeah. And I'm like, Leif and I just talk about that a lot because he also has 5 kids in his family. Leif does. And then his sister has 6 kids. Like he also has a big family. And we're like, that's all we know. And sometimes it's almost like hard for us to imagine such a smaller group of people, and it's almost like sad in a way, but we're like, but we don't want 6 kids. Like we
not
really
bad
don't
enough to have 4 more kids or 5 more kids.
And I'm just like, I feel like with the way our society's going, it does feel like people are having less kids these days in comparison.
For sure.
I don't know. I've just been like thinking about how our extended family events will be looking, and I'm like, that's quite different.
Yeah, that's very true. I know, it's crazy. Well, you can have, that's a very valid, it's a valid fear, but
it's also not bad to have less. Like, I'm sure if people, that's all they know, they're like, well, I love that. And it's so intimate. Like, I think that it could actually be so great. It's just that we don't know what that's like. Yeah. We've only ever had experience with such a large family.
It's true. I think of, first of all, you can have, friends and chosen family that you have a big group if you want that as well.
True.
But also, I think of when you're saying that, like so many movies growing up or shows where as someone who came from a family of 6, I felt like that was like so not the norm of having like so many kids. I felt like all my friends growing up, they only had like 2 or 3, maybe 4 kids in their family. And
really?
Yeah. I mean, my family wasn't, like my cousins, but I felt like we were the freaks. Like, I'm like, why? When I met the Smiths, like shout out Emily Smith, I was like, 8 kids? Like, you beat me. Like, wow, I really felt like
that is so interesting because I felt the opposite. Only having 3 in my family, I felt like we were like so weird.
Really?
Because I'm like, we have such a small family. Like in comparison to all my friends, it was always 4 to like 8 kids in their family.
Really?
Always.
No, like none of my friends had more than 4. Definitely not more than 4. Ever.
And then all my aunts and uncles have like a ton of kids too. So I guess I just was like, that is normal to me. Like the fact that, we had 3. I was like, oh, we have like a really small family.
That is so crazy. No, like maybe you just always, the grass is always greener. You're always like looking at people who have it different than you.
Yeah.
Because I really felt like my family had like a disease. Like the women were just like, I gotta have 6 kids. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like
even
that is
growing
not
up Mormon and being like, I feel like that is like everyone has 6 kids in there, like 4 to 6.
Really?
Yes.
Not how I grew up. Like not all my friends growing up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe that was just my perception because of like we didn't have that. Not that I like wanted that necessarily. I wasn't like, I wish I had 5 more. So it's not that. I just like, that's how I felt.
All of my neighbor friends growing up, like 2, 3, maybe 4. Like maybe 4. And I maybe knew one other family who had 5 or something. Yeah. But 6 was like really crazy. Like when we had my little brother, I was like, we've gone too far here.
We've gone too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's interesting how, okay, sorry, I kind of interrupted you. But anyway, Leif and I have been talking about that. We're like, that's so weird. Like I was at my grandma's, I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast or if I just said it to someone else. So forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but I was at my grandparents and it was my dad and his brother were there. And I was thinking like, this is only 2 of their kids. They have 4 more.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a very small group. And I'm like, but they literally have 4 more children than this. And I was just like, that is crazy to me. Like I am just definitely not doing that. So I have to get used to like a smaller situation.
Yeah, that is crazy. I know. Well, okay, what I was saying at the beginning of all this is all the movies and like holiday movies that I think of, or I don't know, just shows, like everyone only has like 2 or 3, like maybe 4 again. And like even family movies, it's like there's only 2 kids or like 3 kids.
Yeah.
And like that's what I think of as the norm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know? But I think we are excessive. Like I think that when there's all of us together, all 6 of us, I'm like, there are so many people. So I love it. Yeah. Again, there's pros and cons to both. Like I love the chaos of it, but
chaotic good, would you say?
Yeah, I would say chaotic good, maybe chaotic neutral, honestly. But that is an interesting thought. I think of the same thing sometimes. It's like, okay, what is realistic for, expectations of like, am I just going to have kids to have a lot of cousins? Or
it's like, what is truly best for me and what is my desire? Because
what do I feel like is right?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Is like, I truly don't desire at this point to have like so many. I really don't. Yeah. Like that's just not something that I think I want. But also because I'm like, I would be lucky to even get pregnant a second time. Like that would be amazing. So I feel like I'm just not on that trajectory of like, I want so many kids. And also just in our world today, like, and where we live, I don't know. I'm just like, it seems pretty, I feel like it would be extremely hard to have that many kids in this day and age. And extremely expensive.
Yeah, extremely expensive.
And like almost, not even doable for our situation.
Yes.
Or like where we are and stuff. Maybe if I was like, living on a farm or something. But
need more farm hands.
Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to talk about that for like 15 minutes, but I have just been really marinating with that.
It is it is something that people I think about all the time when you start having kids. It's like, okay, this is my posterity. I'm creating my posterity now. So
yeah. Well, and I think like once you have, again, I don't have a ton of siblings, but like once you have your siblings, you're like, well, I can't imagine life without any of them. Like
exactly
because they exist. So it's like it's very hard to imagine a world in which even for me, it's like, okay, well, I have 2 brothers. What if it was just like me and one of them? But I'm like, no, that's horrible. Yeah. Like I wouldn't want that. I love like, so then when you have that perspective, it's like,
totally.
Well, you could just keep having kids and then they would be in their lives and it would like add, I don't know.
I think the same thing. And I don't want it to lead me down to a road of 6 because I think the same thing. I'm like, what if I just stopped at like 2? Then I wouldn't be here.
Right.
But if I stopped at 3, then I wouldn't have Abby. Like,
I know.
Oh my gosh, I need Abby. Like, but what about Cole and Jess? Like, we need them. Like, they completed it, you know?
I think it is just what feels right to you and your family because there's no right or wrong number at all.
Yeah, definitely not.
Anyway.
And I really believe that when you
are just like
done. Yeah. And it's complete.
You just have a feeling.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Maybe. I don't know.
Hopefully,
yeah.
And
if not, then you find at some point like closure with it. Like, okay, yeah, we're done.
No, I agree with that. Okay, sorry. I'm going to read
we read one. Okay.
You guys, my new guest bedroom is almost complete. We're putting the finishing touches on it. And something that I love so much about that room is the bedding. And it is from Quince. My sheets, my duvet cover, they're from Quince. They're their linen bedding. And multiple people, I think 3 people have slept in that bed so far. And all of them have been like, it is so, so comfy. They love the sheets. They're so cute. They're a gingham print. They have a lot of different color options. But Quince is just really, really great. I have loved everything I've gotten from Quince. Their bedding. I have a sweater from there that I love. A silk skirt. Like, they have really beautiful staple pieces that feel luxury and really good quality, but they're at a more affordable price. So I absolutely love Quince. Also, the fact that it's gift giving season, I feel like Quince is a really good place to go for gifts. They have so much stuff, like so much more than I ever thought they had. If you guys go on the website, I can guarantee you can find a gift for basically anyone that you're shopping for.
I love getting someone a gift that they wouldn't necessarily get for themselves. And Quince is that perfect amount of luxury, but affordable so that you can give them really good quality gifts for an affordable price and, get them something that lasts. They have 14 karat gold jewelry, Italian leather handbags, European linen sheet sets, like Jaci said. Whatever you're looking for, all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. So how did they do that? They partnered directly with top factories and cut out the cost of the middleman. So they pass those savings on to you. Quince is on the nice list this year because they only work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. They use premium fabrics and finishes for that luxury feel in every piece. Gift luxury this holiday season without the luxury price tag. Go to quince.com/whatwesaid for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/whatwesaid to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/whatwesaid. Go check it out. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. I just love the holidays. I really do. I feel like it is just the coziest time of year. I'm filled with nostalgia during the holidays, watching old Christmas movies, eating yummy, warm, very high sugar foods, and wrapping up in a blanket, with that mug of hot chocolate. And the month of December is just my favorite. I just feel like it's such a cozy, warm, happy time. Sometimes if you're feeling like your mental health is struggling or you're just not in the spirit, it can feel very isolating and it almost feels like the holidays are rubbing it in your face that you are not happy and make you very aware of that. So therapy is such a great way to bring yourself some comfort, even when the seasons change. If you are thinking about starting therapy, BetterHelp is really a great place to go. You can do it all online, and it's just nice to talk to a professional to help you, learn positive coping skills. Maybe you're having family issues, learn how to set some boundaries, and just really help you be your best self, especially as the new year rolls around and you're feeling like, okay, I want to, make some changes, better my life. It just can all be a little much. So therapy is a great place to turn to.
I feel like talking to someone, especially obviously a licensed professional, it helps you to kind of clear your mind and see things from a different perspective. And therefore you can go about your life differently and hopefully better. Like you can go after the things you want to do and improve your life by taking care of some inner things that you're struggling with. Therapy can be very beneficial for really anyone, even if you have not experienced major trauma. I feel like sometimes we think that those are the people who need therapy, as if you've gone through like some major event, but it can really just be if you want to talk to someone about a variety of different things. Someone who's licensed to talk to you and give you their time and attention can be really, really helpful. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. That's a really important part that I love about BetterHelp, is that if you're not vibing with your therapist, obviously it's very important to find someone that you connect with if you're going to be spending a lot of time with this person. even though it is online. So the fact that you can just switch around if you're not liking your experience is really, really great. Find comfort this December with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/whatwesaid today to get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/whatwesaid. First off, I'm so hyped for this episode. My favorite holiday tradition has to do with one word, raviolis. Now, this may not sound festive at first, but my family is Italian, and ever since I was little, we've thrown a ravioli party the first Saturday after Thanksgiving. My whole family, close friends come, and we hand make raviolis. I'm talking homemade filling, dough, rolling them out, zinging them. Look up a zinger. It is a fun kitchen utensil, lol. Now, obviously, not everyone can adopt this tradition, but the moral of the story is that cultural holiday traditions are the best. It's so fun to connect with your culture and gather with the people you love most.
Cute.
That is so cute.
I love that. I think pasta noodles are very festive. I have pasta noodle ornaments on my tree that I love.
I love that. See, that's what I love is like a random thing like that where it's like every Saturday, first Saturday after Thanksgiving, like this is the tradition. So I feel like that is kind of random. It's like just something that you probably did once and then it was like, wait, this is so fun. Let's do this every year.
Exactly.
So I love that. And I feel like we're going to have things like that pop up for us where like we do it one year and we're like, yes.
True. And if you're trying to force something, you might be blocking an opportunity that would have come naturally. That would have been better.
Totally.
If you force a tradition of like, we're going to do this right now and let's make it happen. And then you're busy and who knows when you could have just been like kind of bored on a Saturday night and be like, let's make raviolis. And then it becomes a tradition.
Yes, for sure. I love that. That's so cute.
Okay, gingerbread competition. Every Christmas Eve morning, we have a family gingerbread competition. We started this when I was in first grade, and I am now a junior in college. I have 3 sisters, so my mom gets all the supplies for us 4. We each get our own house, and she goes all out with getting different types of candy for us to use. It gets super competitive, and there has been many tears shed, especially when we were younger because we used the houses that you had to build with icing, and they would always fall apart.
Oh, no.
Those are so hard. Now my mom always gets the pre-built, LOL. When everyone is finished with their house, we send pictures of them in a huge group chat with friends and family, and everyone must vote on their favorite to determine the winner. We keep the houses anonymous until everyone votes, and then we reveal the winner. The winner gets the bragging rights, which is a big deal in our family. My favorite thing about this tradition is how it's lasted throughout the years. Now my sisters and I invite our boyfriends to compete, and it's so great to share the fun with more people every year. Seriously, so grateful for my mom who started this tradition 14 years ago and has kept it going throughout the years. Oh, I love the shout out for mom at the end. See, someone has to get the houses and make it happen. But also,
that is so cute.
They started it when she was in first grade. Like, you have plenty of time to start traditions, you know?
100%. And you can start them at any point. I mean, I'm turning 30 in a month and we just started the book tradition with my family. You know what I mean? Where we've been doing that now that we're older. You can literally start a tradition at any time.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so cute. I love gingerbread houses. I feel like that's such a fun thing. I haven't like done that consistently every single year or something, but like every time I've done it, I'm like, this is fun.
So fun.
And have a little competition is fun.
We should have we should force a tradition and do like a gingerbread cottage competition of who can have the most cottagecore blueberry nails, cowgirl, coastal, gingerbread villain arc era, girl boss gingerbread house.
I love that. Our next girls' night, we're doing that. And it needs to have a sign like that.
Did you see that Spotify Wrapped? Someone was saying TikTok, that they had AI do it. Because did you watch your Spotify Wrapped?
Yeah.
It was like you were in your pink, purple Pilates princess.
No, it actually was crazy.
What are you saying?
I know. Mine was like techno pop, whatever, because I listened to like one thing that it was.
It's like midnight party, like just the most random era. It was like you were in that era.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, no, that was actually really funny.
It's like, and this month you were in your country girl. It's like you got to get a grip.
That actually was really funny.
Like AI's gone too
I saw
far.
this video where this girl was like, just a reminder that I came up with the Spotify Wrapped concept as like I'm forgetting. I wish I should have favorited it so I could reference it. I don't know if she pitched it or if she worked for Spotify or what it was, but like she
stole it from
she
her.
Basically showed a presentation where she was like this concept, like we could call it Spotify Wrapped, and it like wraps up the year and like has all the things or whatever. And she wasn't saying it in the way that like they stole it. I think maybe she literally worked for Spotify and like, but she was just saying like, friendly reminder, I literally came up with this. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Such a flex.
That, yeah, just, I mean, obviously someone has to come up with every idea, but it's just like, you know, she just thought of this and now it's like a worldwide
huge thing.
Huge thing. And it's like
SNL does a skit about it with Trisha Paytas. Did you see that?
I fear we can't start talking about this because I will talk about it for 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay, then let's not.
I can't believe.
Again,
cool.
We'll move on.
Silences me. She's like, moving on.
Wait, you're going to say more than 2 words? Let's move on.
No, I just want to talk about Trisha Paytas.
I know.
Maybe we can next week.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Do you want to wait?
Let me write that down.
Okay. Write that down in your notes.
Talk about Trisha. Like it's already in here.
Because I want to get to everyone's traditions and I don't want to hijack this episode, but I have so many thoughts.
Same.
And I'd love to dive in.
I love edging people. Okay. I often say, wait, is it my turn?
Yeah.
I often say my mom is the queen of Christmas because she truly does just make Christmas time so special and goes all out. Because of her, we have lots and lots of traditions that I love. Every year we have a Christmas party where Santa comes and gives presents to everyone, and I mean everyone. And I do love that tradition, but it's the day after that is truly my favorite. Every year, the day after our huge family Christmas party, we do a day of kindness as a family, and it can be anything. One year, we took Christmas cookies to a nursing home. One year, we put together backpacks full of essentials for the homeless and passed them around our city. One year we sponsored a family and took care of their Christmas. One year we volunteered at a soup kitchen. One year we went to Walmart, picked one family to cover whatever they needed that day. We have done so many things. Some years we give financially and others we volunteer, but coming together as a family to give back in our community in any way we can has been such a blessing, and it's a tradition I definitely want to continue with my future family one day. That is so special. I think that's such a great tradition, is doing something giving and doing something like volunteering or, doing something that's, I also, quick tip, if you're going to go through your kids' toys, I know a lot of people like after Christmas, because they get toys, like their kids get a ton of stuff, they will like do a cleanse and like, give away a lot of toys, like donate a lot of stuff to Goodwill. I saw this point on TikTok that I thought was great and that we're going to do is if you're going to, make room for new toys or new stuff, do it before Christmas because someone was saying at thrift stores after Christmas they get a ton of toys, but like before Christmas is when they need all the stuff so that people can go and
people are shopping for their kids.
Yeah. So if you are going to do that, maybe think of that soon, like literally this week and go donate. You can make it a fun thing like with your kids. Like, okay, we're going to donate these toys, or you can, do whatever with them. Yeah. But do it before Christmas.
I like that. That is a really good idea.
To give, people opportunities to shop them if they want.
Yeah. I definitely want to start some sort of tradition like that because I do, like, in whatever capacity, I do think that is so special. And I feel like it's really good for your kids to also grow up with, like, just that type of energy. And 1 year, I don't remember if we did this 1 year or 2 years, but with my family, we would go to like near the holidays, near Christmas time. I don't remember if it was on Christmas Eve or a different day, but we would go to the grocery store and just put like envelopes with cash on people's like windshield or whatever.
So cute.
Which now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, not everything getting ruined, because if I saw like an envelope on my thing, I'd be like, someone's trying to kidnap me and this is a ploy. You know how they say that? They're like, if you like while you're going to grab it, they freaking get out from under your car
your
and grab
heel.
it. Yes, Achilles heel. Yeah, exactly. So everything's been ruined. But we had done that a few times where we would give people cash, and obviously we wouldn't put it on people's cars who have Range Rovers. We'd try and put it on people's cars if
it's like Bugatti.
Yeah, literally. We're in LA, puts it on like a G-Wagon. No. But we would put envelopes of cash, and then we would just basically like drive kind of away, and then we'd watch them come out and like pick it up and be like, what the heck? Yeah. And that was special. I mean, that's something that's like obviously very simple. Anyone can do it. But I do want to start something like that with like Leif and I and our family. Maybe we can all even do something like that where we volunteer somewhere.
That would be so fun.
Or something.
I love the idea of going to a store and like covering someone where they are having to pay. Like either go to Walmart or Target or somewhere and like find a family or a couple or like a mom with a baby and like cover their shopping.
Yeah,
like
I love that.
They have stuff in their cart and you can be like, hey, like get whatever else you want. Like let's check out. Like, I'll cover it. Like,
Yeah.
because that's something they're already having to pay for. And if you're like, oh my gosh, thank you. That just saved me so much money. And, you know, you never know how much it could help.
Maybe even like if you are at Walmart or Target, like getting
we'll go
gift
to Nobu,
card.
cover someone's
Oh, literally. People who do not need it at all. I'm like, I need to cover their spicy tuna. No, like getting a gift card.
Your caviar's on me tonight.
$500 or something, like a $500 gift card at Walmart.
Yeah.
And then if a mom's shopping, like give it to her and just be like, this can cover
We
your
need to do that.
thing and also like whatever else. If maybe she'll have leftover money or something. That's a really good idea. I like that. Did you see that trend forever ago? People, how they would put like money in the like formula things and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, it got ruined because people would literally ransack Target and be like searching for money. And I'm like,
okay,
why are you a feral human being who
why
can't
are you chaotic bad?
Yeah, you're so chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Why are you in your villain arc right now?
Yeah.
It's not okay. Why do you have to ruin good things? So we need to not post about it. Not that could get ruined in any way, but you know, go and just do it. Because that was a sweet trend though. I liked that. How it was like, you know, someone would a mom would buy formula and then she would open it and find like a $20 bill or $50 bill or whatever.
Yeah. I love that. I think when people post, it's like, it gets messy when people are like, why are you posting giving money to this person or posting
I have
doing
no
this?
problem with
And
people
I have no
giving
problem with that.
money.
I think it's such a good form of content. Like, I would much rather watch that than someone do the freaking, what is this called?
The woe. That's not the woe,
No,
but yeah.
What is the renegade? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I agree. Like,
actually, I like the renegade, but
whether or not, actually, we start a flash mob. I feel like even if someone does post it for the wrong reason, quote unquote, if like they just want attention for doing something good, like, because people, have you seen the angel tree thing? Which I've been wanting to do that too, but I don't know. I looked it up anyway. I think you need to like go to a mall.
I've been too busy.
I've been too busy. I can't find any more information on it. Tried once. No, I think you need to go physically.
I walked around, couldn't find it.
I think you have to go physically to a mall and like find an angel tree.
There's like, you know, those Santas.
Like they made it so easy. I'm like, I couldn't figure it out.
There's like those Santas at the front of the store. They have those bells. They're like, come donate. You're like, I'm looking for the angel tree, sir. Out of my way.
Literally. No, I do. I actually.
Like, please, for the children.
This is batched, by the way, so it's not.
We still have time.
I still have time, but I do want to do the angel tree thing. But my point was that people would get so up in arms about influencers, like, or not even influencers, just anyone posting. Like, I would see people get basically like backlash for posting about doing an angel tree. Like, they're like, I'm shopping for an angel tree. Like, you know, I picked out a girl who's 11 and a little boy who's 7. So they want a scooter. They want
that's the best
whatever
kind of haul to watch.
And I'm like, and people are like, oh, like we get it. You did something good. And I'm like, whoa, why would that ever be bad to? Because that kind of content is what made me want to do the angel tree thing. Like I saw people doing it. I'm like, oh, that's such a good idea. It's like, why are we mad for spreading good
for sure.
things?
Even that, I think Avery Woods was the one who posted about her going to Target and like giving moms money. Like she would find,
she did do that.
Yeah, and that is such a good. That's literally where I got the idea. Like that is helping more people.
Yeah, I'm always gonna
like
be on that.
Yeah,
that side of the coin for sure. I think like I get when people. I think when it gets sticky is like, well, even those videos though like are heartwarming to me. I was gonna say if you're like filming the person's reaction, like. Literally someone who clearly needs something.
Money? It's
I have $100 putting a camera in their face. It's like, okay, we could maybe do without like exploiting that. Yeah. But I feel like if you're recording yourself or if you're shopping for like the angel tree thing, like the kids are not even in the video. You're just showing
that you're doing it.
And it's like, I don't think that should ever be, looked down upon. Like, I think that's spreading good ideas and definitely worthwhile content to like consume. Oh, for sure. So I love that. And I will do the angel tree and I'll be searching you guys. Don't worry.
Same.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I've done one. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Ever since we started dating, my husband and I have done an annual holiday. Basically just a Christmas/holiday themed date night every December.
Cute.
One year we made gingerbread men shaped pizzas at home and went to look at Christmas lights at a few notable places in the city. One year we got our Christmas pajamas on, grabbed a yummy festive drink from Starbucks and drove around. Looking at Christmas lights on houses, it's always something that I look forward to during the holidays. Especially because we don't live near either of our families, which means we usually travel the week or so before Christmas. It's nice to have a tradition that is just for us.
That is so cute.
That's really cute and special. And again, simple.
Yeah, I think just making an extra effort during the holidays to do holiday-esque things can sometimes be daunting, but it doesn't have to be crazy. Like you can literally go through Starbucks, get a hot chocolate, and drive around, look at Christmas lights. Like it can be super simple. And
it does feel festive. Just like put some Christmas music on in your car. Yeah. Have a little warm drink, cozy drink, and drive around. I do think that it is so cozy and fun. And just, I think it was 2 years in a row. We haven't done it this year because I honestly don't even know. We haven't driven Benny around in our Rabbit. I don't know if her car seat. I need to figure that out. So I don't know if we can do this with her car seat is what I'm saying.
Just hold her up.
We'll do your please. So we haven't done it for... we did it for the past 2 years, I think it was. But Leif and I would drive around with the top down of our Rabbit.
That's so fun.
And since it's Southern California, it's like not freezing. But we would get bundled up, just like get in warm clothes, take Lady, and we would go get a hot chocolate from like a local place near us, and then the local place being Starbucks.
Yeah. A cute little local coffee shop, really like mom and pop.
Yeah. Super underground. None of you have heard of it, but and then we would drive around and look at Christmas lights. And
that's so fun.
It was just so fun and festive. So I mean, we can do that in our other car too. But it was fun in the Rabbit because it's just like top down. So yeah, I do think things like that are so simple, but they're so fun. What?
I'm sorry. I'm still on the bit of just you guys like throwing money at the
what? To who?
That's it. Like that's the bit.
Okay.
Like you're like we're donating. Like you're just throwing money to the neighborhood.
So low, so low effort. Please.
Merry Christmas. In like the richest neighborhood. Okay, sorry. I'm feeling kooky.
In her villain arc. The villain arc is actually so problematic.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to donate to all the richest people. Everyone's like, cool.
The opposite of Robin Hood. Like, I'm going to steal from the poor and give to the rich. No, I would never do that. My favorite holiday tradition that my family does is that every year my mom purchases a new game for the family. On Christmas Eve, after we go to church, we open the game and play it together all night long and honestly all day, every day for the next few days too. We are a big game family, so we get super into it. Most of the time, they're fun new board games or card games, but last year my mom got us pickleball paddles and we proceeded to play pickleball for 6 days straight. You know, that pickleball will do that to you.
So real.
Because we got so addicted and still are. It's such a fun tradition for all of us, and we enjoy the quality time we get playing the game together and getting heated when we don't win. Highly recommend this tradition for anyone, even if you don't have kids, because it gives us a fun new activity to do that brings out our inner childhood since we're too old to ask for toys or anything fun for Christmas. Love you girls so much. Love you too. That's so fun.
I love
my family's a big game family as well. We always get new games on Christmas, and that's like what we do Christmas Day is like play the games.
I love a game. Also, once the pickleball bug hits and bites, you will be on that pickleball court for days and nights.
You'll be in the kitchen.
There is something about pickleball that is so
addicting,
so incredibly addicting. Like I haven't played in a long time, but
I've been sober now. That paddle, 3 years. I'm pickleball sober.
Pickleball sober for 2 years now, but once I pick up a paddle, it's over for you, hoes. Yes. Like it is so fun.
Yeah,
but I do love a game. I feel like playing games is such a fun way to. Unless people are overly competitive, it's just a fun way to connect and like not be on technology. I don't know. Yeah. Just being present and like so fun. Doing something fun that works your brain with people you love. I love games.
I know. I do too. When we were at the cabin for our Friendsgiving and we were playing a game late at night, I literally said, I'm like, it was a little card game. I'm like, this is so cute that humans just like playing little math games with their friends. Like that have little papers and it has things and we just like to mess around and tinker with them and make up rules. Like it's so cute and so fun.
It is fun. We played a ton of games over Thanksgiving with Leif's family. And it's like what I looked forward to every night. Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so fun. We also played, you know what I love that I grew up doing a lot is like playing group games with like a big group. So that was fun too because it was our first time with Leif's like extended family. All of us were there. It was literally the first time in like years and years that nobody was just whatever living somewhere else, and so they couldn't make it. Or it was really fun to have everyone, and we played like left, right, center, and Leif's mom created like a memory game. Like she put headshots of every single person that was there, and then you know the kids like would flip it over and try and find matches and stuff. And it was just so fun. Cute. I love a group game too, like you know one where you put in words into a bowl and you know things like that. I have a funny story really fast. My grandpa is the most wholesome man in the world. And whenever we would play, what is this game called? Where we just call it the name game, I feel like. But have you played this game where you're in a big group of people? I'm sorry, am I boring you?
No, my eyes, I'm making sure my makeup isn't smeared from laughing and crying so much.
Literally looking away, just like, get on with it. I'm like,
no,
okay.
I'm hoping the camera isn't on mine right now so I can fix my makeup.
Okay.
Sorry.
Have you played the game where which this is such a fun one, but you write down, everyone comes up with a name that is like of someone famous, like a recognizable name. Yes. But it could be anyone from an animated character to an athlete to a celebrity to whatever. It has to just be kind of like a well-known person, like a past president, something like that. So it will range from people who put like Donald Duck to
Jaci Jenner.
Exactly. Jaci Jenner to my mind's blank. I can't think of a single person to George Washington. Like it'll just be everyone writes down a name, and kind of the name of the game is that you don't want people to guess what you wrote down. So like I would never write down someone that's like in my realm, like even someone around my age or a girl. Like I wouldn't write down Miley Cyrus because I'm like people would maybe assume that I would write that since I'm a girl and then she's around my age. So I would try and write down like Dwight Howard because you know maybe people would think that whatever. That's the point of the game, is to write down someone you do not think would pick you. My grandpa, bless his heart, will always pick Book of Mormon. I almost said characters. Book of Mormon. What's the word?
Character. They are
characters, if you will.
Yeah.
What is the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. Yeah. Whatever. So he will literally write down like Nephi, and we're like, okay, Grandpa, we know it's you. So maybe write down not someone from the Book of Mormon, because like we all know that it's you every time.
Yes. Yeah.
So the next round, so he had written down like Nephi or Lehi or something, and we're like, let me guess, Grandpa. And he's like, dang. And we're like, okay, next time don't do that. So we play another round. We everyone's doing the thing. John Hatch or something, like some random name that no one has ever heard of. And we're like, Grandpa? Because we're like, what the heck is this name? He's like, like you got me. And we're like, now who is that? He's like, it's my best friend from high school. Sir, you're supposed to write down a famous figure. Like he could not get the game in his head. And we were all dying laughing, and we're like, said something so in this funny. same night. Someone said something like, someone wrote down Beyonce, and they're like, oh, let me guess Grandpa, like as a joke. And everyone's like laughing because it's like he wouldn't write down Beyonce. And he's laughing too. He's like, I don't even know who he is. We're like, sir, I don't even know who he is.
Bless his heart.
Bless his soul. Yeah. So he is now banned from playing the game with us. We're like, sir, you're not getting it.
Yeah, we got to stick to card games with you.
Kills me.
That is so funny.
Anyway.
John Hatch.
He's like my buddy from high school. We're like,
he's the quarterback of my high school football team.
Literally. We're like, that is not the point.
Yeah. We have no clue who that is. That's hilarious.
Oh, so funny. Great game to play with a group of people, though.
It was fun.
There's more rules to it, but anyway, not going to get into all the nitty gritty. Okay. Every winter, my family does this night called the Yule Log. We go to my grandpa's house, who has a few acres of land. We also invite 1 to 2 other families. We all eat dinner together in his house, and then grandpa explains the Yule Log tradition. Basically, prior to the night, he hides a 3 to 5 foot log with a Y carved on it somewhere in his property.
Aww.
Out of the 3 families, we randomly split into a few groups and then begin the competition. You want to be the first to find the Yule Log. Also, we create a code word that if you find the Yule Log, you tell the code word so everyone knows it's been found. Even though his property is big, you can hear if you yell loudly. Usually it isn't found within the first 15 minutes.
That's so fun.
So my grandpa blows a horn and we all meet up for a clue. Once the Yule Log has been found, we gather in the inner circle, which is in the center of his property, that had a bonfire. The tradition is that you cut the new Yule log into pieces and you put a chunk of the previous year's Yule log into the fire for good luck. We play games and sing around the campfire for the night, but a special guest always shows up, Santa. My grandpa's best friend dresses up as Santa and comes to the bonfire. We all take turns sitting on his lap and telling him what we want for Christmas. This tradition is my favorite, and I wonder if anyone else does a version of the Yule log. I've never skipped an episode for 5 years, and this is my favorite podcast by far.
Oh, thank you.
That's a nice little. I'm like, that was a perfect way to end that.
What a heartwarming way to end.
Doesn't even touch on the tradition. I'm like wow.
That tradition every Tuesday is the best one of all.
That is so cute. That's very unique. The Yule log
really
thing.
Cute. Yeah.
That's so fun when someone has like a big property where you can do like a scavenger hunt or something like that. Like that is such a vibe.
Kind of spooky. I feel like when I was little, that would kind of scare me. Like going off on a property by myself, like in the woods.
Yeah, true.
Like going behind the barn. You. Oh my gosh, that'd scare me so bad.
That actually is terrifying.
I'm thinking of Snowflake, like going around and in the dark. Oh wait, I guess I'm like in the dark with a lantern. Like she didn't even specify it said night, but
yeah, no, that's really well. It's bonfire. I feel like that's usually at night, but that is really cute.
That is fun. So fun.
I love that. Okay, I have a few more quick ones. Growing up, my mom would not put our names on the presents. She would put stickers on them, and every kid had a sticker that corresponds to their presents, but only she knew who was who. For example, one kid would be snowman stickers, another kid would be candy cane stickers, etc. On Christmas, we would make piles of each sticker, and then we would stand by the pile we thought was ours. Then she would tell us how many of us were right until we were all standing by our pile. Then open like normal. It was a fun little game for Christmas morning, and I think it also prevented us from guessing our gifts before Christmas based on the size and weight of the box. It was so fun, and I'll definitely be doing it for my kids.
I'm going to steal that.
That's really
so cute. Like not do a name, but do like a little symbol or something. That's so fun.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
I've shared this probably every freaking year, so I apologize. But Leif's mom kind of does. It's not that, but there's not like names on any of the presents. They're written tiny somewhere on the present.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like literally you cannot find like where you have to like search every present for the tiny name on it, and then that's your present. So it's kind of like a similar thing where it's like a little game to play on Christmas morning. But okay, one more and then you can end us off, Chelsey. This is not my tradition, but it's my grandparents, and I have to share because you'll cry. We go to my grandparents on Christmas Eve, and every year my grandpa will sneak in one present to the back of the tree that's labeled to my grandma and from Santa. Usually my grandma does all of the shopping, so she's always confused where it came from. Every year I think she forgets. Oh well. Everyone denies it's from them still. Santa, my grandpa, picks out my grandma a new ring every year. It's a running joke that Santa's trying to steal my grandma from my grandpa. She usually cries happy tears and my cousins sing Mr. Steal Your Girl. But it always brought some fun Christmas magic when a gift appeared under the tree and no one knew where it came from.
That is so cute.
That's so cute.
I love that.
I love that too.
That's adorable. He's trying to steal her. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So cute.
Okay, this is the last one. Every year, my family will go out to brunch and secretly cover the tab of another table in the restaurant. We tell the server to keep us anonymous, but to pay the bill for their table and tell them happy holidays. Then we leave a very generous tip for the server in an envelope and leave before they can protest. My family does this because one Christmas, my dad was getting his car fixed and had me and my brother with him for the day because my mom was busy. We went to a super small diner while the car was being repaired, and my dad must have looked confused or tired with his 2 kids in pajamas in this dinky diner in the middle of nowhere. The only other person in the diner was a man in a Santa hat, and that day the server told us that someone had paid for our meal. It was actually Santa.
He came down from the North Pole.
Since that day, we've spread the same Christmas love that was given to us. I'm obsessed with that.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, that's so cute.
I love that. It's, what do they call it? paying it forward.
Yes.
When something good happens to you, and then it makes you want to do the same. And then it just snowballs into a lot of good deeds.
Exactly.
That's really sweet.
I think that's really cute.
I love this episode every year.
I know.
Speak of
so
traditions. This is a tradition.
Yeah.
This episode and our Nicest Thing episode. And those are two of my favorite episodes of the year because it just gives me all the good, warm, fuzzy feelings inside. I love it. Thank you
Some
guys
would
so
call
much.
it neutral good.
I would
Wait, that's
call
not
that
it. That's not it. Lawful good.
I would call it lawful good for sure. Thank
like
you guys
neutral
for
bad good.
writing in your stories and sharing your traditions with us, for giving us ideas to steal for our, I almost said future families. I forgot they're here. For our posterity, and also for any of you guys who are looking for ideas. We love you guys so much. Hope you're feeling the holiday spirit. Also, just a note that I know sometimes the holidays can be a hard time. So if you are not feeling super cheery and joyous, like that's also okay. And we hope that we can be like a little distraction for you guys. We're going to have an episode go up on Christmas Eve, and that'll just be like a fun, chatty episode. So I feel like maybe if you're spending the holidays alone, you can tune in.
You're traveling.
Yeah, traveling, whatever. And spend Christmas Eve with us.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Thank you guys so much for all of your support, and we love you. And that's what we said.
Sorry, you did it a little weird.
I did change the cadence.
yeah.
And that's what we said. Bye.